if ole Zimbabwe or ole Nigeria, mara mama how ele mo South African, hona go.
Okay.
Yeah. It's finally, is it the major league DJs? They were born in the USA.
Well, when I did decision, when she's making decisions, because I really want to feel.
Yeah, decisive.
What decide? I'm gonna clean up. So, then in your town.
Go magatwani.
When is going to be in town?
Retlusali brothel. Manzi. Lena le toseka, wait le toseka. Loseka.
I get a chop.
Chopping next. The same thing happened to me and he blamed it on alcohol. You know who you're talking about. Why don't you mention that person's name?
And go.
Hey, what's up, Shafere, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of BRU'Z Conversation Podcast. We come back. Y'all know me, I go by Belinda, the MC. There's no other one. The one, the only. I'm not alone. I'm driving with my co-driver.
Itaola Manzi, the CEO, also known as. What did you learn this week? No, I said it there. Lodi cheat. Yeah. What? One defender and there was. Yeah, back to back host.
Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like, to subscribe, notification button so that you guys can be notified whenever we drop a new episode. We are shooting live from another corner, also known as the Butcher. The Butcher. Hi, Butcher.
How ironic. Excuse the pun.
Excuse the pun. But now for your good food, good music, for your chillers. For your chillers and other things that you wanna about birthday celebration, baby showers, divorce parties, visnons, you can still come here and enjoy beautiful food and really DJ the thing, really host to the thing, and everybody. I'm not bowling alone. I'm also my pastor on camera 1. We got Lebza and Seagull on sound. Lebza, welcome back, my brother. Last week you know staying here. Welcome back. Seagull on sound.
I'm gonna go 012.
Go di jong. Avec Sarah Records Entertainment. Bona. If lenyaka quality sound as we would from our podcast. Please do check them out on all social media platforms. Also, big shout out to Mkugu Foundation. Abuti Rams is also in the building. A big shout out to Mkugu Foundation. Guys, for your sound, quality. Please do check them out. The Soil Record Entertainment is in the building. We got Lesiecha, we got Sparrow.
How about refer? For 10% off. Eh? No, Louise. Okay,
sharp. So now, if I get 10%. Is it 10% or 25? 10. I get 10% from the money. Pila business. It's not a pyramid scheme, but it's a business. It's an agent. So if I charge 100K, we're not at 10K because of a referee. Or if I get my
own plus Valentine, Valley.
We got Liso in the building, Sparrow is in the building, and Aus Life. Can you go meet
Mopelo.
Aus Mopelo is also in the building. Beautiful things are coming. Please do check out BRU'Z Conversation Podcast. Let's get into it. We have a lot to talk about. Can you go with some manzi question one? Malume, ogaseringali this episode. I get.
Ah oui.
Yeah, last week we
What if ungala wena gathi? What if ungala wena gathi?
Are kasabela.
How choose that piece of pillow, Barwanga?
No, ngadile. Hey, you said it with your mouth. Let's talk about what happened this week. Before, do we get into what caught your attention? No, let's not, because I think a lot of things caught our attention. Before it's an elamote deep, and I have one thing to say. I am so happy to say those little demons, Baba. But finally, their time in court, if it remember those guys? Bala 8 Milnerton High School, those ones that were bullying that boy. Yeah, I can remember they were supposed to appear in court. Was it November, if not December? Mara because
How often is the exam?
the exam.
Macrally results.
No, ba pierile ko court, but then I couldn't find more information based on that. But I'm happy.
Hopefully, it's ka fella now.
Ke madimoni bana ba. So ke nyako
So, go on our
8 of them, 8. But 8 Milnerton High School kids have appeared in court. Was it on the 19th? No, yesterday, the 20th. Okay, yesterday was the 20th. So, thank God, I'm going to pray and manifest and fast on this. Kenyaka ba tshwariwe. Ola mongola wa ditsebe ola. Kenyaka ba dile ka ena ko.
Kena boss wa bona.
Kena, the mother, who is a prosecutor, I think. That
ola rekileng.
Yeah, regular saga and stuff. Yeah. I just hope he also gets his time in court.
Yeah.
I hope so. Now I want it to happen. Anyway, my brother, what is it that you saw on the net?
Manuel.
I want to accident go Vandal Bay Park.
There's nothing we can say. Terrible.
Should I do a context? Or I think everybody know what happened, ne? Or just fell for context.
You know what brief?
Okay, so what happened was on the... Can you get the exact date? On the... The thing is very triggering, hey? It's triggering and I like and disturb. Los nabana utlo feel antongwe because you're a human being at the end of the day. So let me read this brief kapil. The Vanderbilt Park Scholar Transport crashed on 19th January, unfolded as a private minibus taxi carrying school children collided with a side type truck on Fred Roste Road, R55-3 at about 7 a.m. The minibus was forced off the road, killing 13 learners. Initially, report lists 11 at the scene, with 2 later dying from injuries. Marabari they bakrile 12. Ne? No, 12 has been identified. 1 has still not been identified. I just hope I'm identified. No. Podcast dates will. We just hope so. With 2 later dying from injuries and leaving 5 other critically injured and taken to nearby hospitals, right? All of the children were en route to various schools in Vanderbilt Park, including War School, Vanderbilt Park, and several primary schools. The driver, the 22-year-old minibus driver, survived, was later discharged from hospital, and has been arrested on 12 counts of culpable homicide plus reckless driving charges. And he was also found with operating with an expired PDP permit, meaning he wasn't legally authorized to transport lenasi. The 22-year-old boy driving an expired PDP.
Was he not found drunk or something?
No, he wasn't drunk. He was just illegal. Like, driver got the documentation illegal. He wasn't a legal person to drive. So, like, Bamu charges 12 counts of culpable homicide. Do you know what culpable homicide is?
Culpable homicide. I guess sure,
yeah, like culpable homicide meaning he killed. It's a charge about killing a person or like you applied negligence and recklessness basically. So no bamu charge 12 counts plus reckless driving, illegal what documentation what. In the morning. Why more?
I've heard a lot of rumors. People are saying that.
Also, those are rumors.
Well, allegedly.
Yeah. So now, like, it's so sad. It's very triggering.
Driver was drunk, did not have license, did not have a disc, overload, reckless driving. Driver was given warning by JPD last week.
Maybe not day before.
Yeah.
And then in the morning, alcohol was still in the system. I want to one of those. One of those. So Like it's very sad. Like
when footage ya traga. Dash cam.
Dash cam.
Nana le swing your atsene sharp overtake ne. Ya traga le so. Nana le swing mamo. Ona tsonza tsene mo pela o slow ile down. Atsena mo namu shoot a lot atsene.
Ah, we are snacks. The fact that unyako happy it was I think more is a 3 cars tsena di overtake. I think it was 3 cars. There was the first one, the second one le eleng yona ya swing yona e.
No, is it already not saying in a shop what decide the law saying? Apa real? Decision we ran we really, but not since I say any. I got overtake it. What's your overtake?
Yeah, true.
Since I say I overtake it, I say,
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I analyze the accident. Ne? Let's say I get one uile kwa sighting ko gravel ne. Let's say if the truck Leona Isaya go because it looked like Leona it was trying to swing for him or afite straight. So if the truck Isaya ko le sighting yena aile was he gonna control the car or akono ibusa or ne ilo ya ko di bushes still?
At least they go to bushes. Isa tula ke traga maybe ne tla depending on speed is na tsamaya sona.
Mola na tsamaya Mola na tsamaya.
Mare, it was better than it tule ke traga.
And it looks like yena vele karo survival. Obone like the front part of the car. Yona ne sentsane itswile nyana. Aya traga ya beta thata. So ibe thile bana ba le so. Oh, do you see? Oh. Iba betile so like head-on collision from that side. Yona ne ntse so mara traga la ne ile beletse bana ba le straight on like this. So baba survivile ngokra lor maybe ke ba le ne ba le ko pele. Like maybe no na lo one ona lo ko pele plus maybe le first row. Yeah, maybe le first row nyana.
Sine ile mo traga le ila o tswiretseng. Ka mkhwe bone blend right. Net that takes na jika and traga na straight. Head on collision. Mara na it takes le take le 10 then traga le mo tseleng da ya kholo da leon. So to my suggestion traga le ebetile takes ko morao.
Aye betha ko morao.
We won it.
Aye betha ko morao. No. Traga ela ke so. Aye betha ko morao. Ke head-on collision mara ka le side. So it was gonna be like this. Jigile. Aya jiga per se. Like narwa swinga. Narwa swinga o daka track. So track e betile so not from the o lebelele le kolo ila ka mkho iling fucked up ka teng. Mo pele. Yes, obviously like it fucked up but it's not crashed out like this. Aya implode.
Sure.
Yeah.
So irile so e betile from this side so. Yar. Then ira lotseli dirile. Why this is even.
So
hence driver survive. Driver survive. Utsuile. This thing it happened on the 19th. Today is the 21st. Driver utsuile. Cause patlel meaning hore yena ha create that much impact. So I am ho batsa thata ba from kopele maybe le o mongwe mo and then le first row maybe ke bona ba ba reng ho na le ba ba surviving. I think ke ba ba leng ko face because I saw another video ne yang wa yona mombe ana alaka mara ambulance a bolelwa ka re le teacher. The teacher was asking, excuse me, ke bo man le ngwana la na bolela. No, ke mama le mamang 5 ba ko war school and then ba bang ba ko like a tlhalosetsa fetsa teacher le wala na musa ke bo mang ko war school ke nna le manzi le belinda la ngwanola na le ko accident mara ale ka mo mara ko di comment sectioning a lot of people were like no she also passed away, others were like no it's not her that passed away, she's part of the survivors because now she wasn't badly injured. Hona le ba ba tlhokofetseng on the way I get due to excessive bleeding and all of that.
Yes.
Like it was just traumatizing. Ke a bona hore le lesola teng lo ba lesola la country.
That's true.
And one all about some identifying. I have a lot of questions. Or okay, if you are a Motswadi, like aren't you asking yourselves questions or where's the child? Or maybe I get man, like I have so many scenarios playing out in my head. I get or why Olamumba some identify or maybe beyond the recognition.
But still, by now, not since by
now.
Agar mtsari wa yiti mtsari.
Mwana ka ade.
Yeah, like since I know it.
And apparently, you have to do one. But yeah, we should get one about 2 or 3.
3. I saw.
red dress.
You
Yeah, I saw one. But
she was running around Ansal.
Balakamara one transport.
Yeah, we should get 3.
I wanna leave this thing. Yeah, hore. I know a lot of people don't wanna do it, but most they do. Yeah, hore hebata mayaka. How you are long distance trips. Other people prefer, like in families, they prefer maybe to use 2 cars.
Oh, yeah.
Or in case of fatality or something, it's it wipe out the entire generation. Everyone. Now everyone is now dead. Now you don't have kids. Entire
Well,
generation.
sometimes I get a cut cost.
Yeah, Mara, it's much more safer. I get
Yeah, you know.
There's nothing.
I got a handy loteo area somewhere.
Yeah, we don't.
So
Mara,
that's
we have to start thinking about those things, eh? We have to start thinking about those. Even though, like, Kifila also, South Africa, Mulawa South Africa, Motsileng. We are a lot of drivers to get away with a lot of things in terms of documentation. A lot of drivers, but driver got the license to expire or one metro on cold drink. But others, they drive cars on the expired PDP. A lot of them, the taxi drivers are the permit. They're not licensed to drive around. O level hebakare unale bodo or something. O level the amount of taxis or they won't take any taxis. Ask yourself why. Maybe if abati di koloiteo. But tipa usato so it's so it's so marheba karabaira yona okay kiko highway ho ya ko toropong is either tsaka e or ka opat or whatever. You see there's a lot of cars that they will impound because a lot of people but driver without the permit or necessary and the necessary documentation. This is very scary.
The taxi driver.
This is very scary. So how we are accident, we are quick to persecute you because already number 1, our documentation. Arsanya ko itse ke mang o mo right ke mang o mo wrong. Number 1, o drivers also authorized to road drive. Ro bona molao, why are you driving? Why ko lo ya house mo molao?
Le nna tjo partly ke blame matswadi tjo.
Batswadi ba?
Utlwela.
Emang batswadi ba eng?
No. One how o namela transport. A we research ka transport we hore o sharp daima gore wena sona spatez o sharp.
Wait also nane na would also say re ke blame le the owner tsa di taxi driver for them not doing the proper diligence to find out or batho ba hiram ba bana le documentation ka nnete na. I blame them.
Ene askere ale PDP really.
Okay, maybe before
ke responsibility of the owner mo chaelo ngi. If owner I have let's say like say
Mara PDP is it ya koloi or ka how?
Ke eng PDP ka koloi.
Ka how agere o apply la ka motho.
PDP ke motho.
Ka motho a se ya koloi.
Yeah, but okay, re feng chance le rena re khonong ho assist.
Ma utsa wena wa tsena ke ikira molao ne.
Yeah, mara
wa bon?
Re nya go assist hore.
Yeah, I was going to ask a question. Wa bon? Ma wait, ke nyako say something. Manji o reng o blame mtswadi?
No, now what like looking at situation is I think it's an open ane or jo batswadi ba cheke kore ba ire jo research kam wana ona mela transport jo itse koloi ga accident anytime and we road accident fund da mo a di patele because of my child of one so why ira researcher wana ona mela transport
road accident fund dirang
ya patela child expire lira lang.
No, like if
I don't know like I patela wena I patela yeah I got molao.
No, let's say if naki tuti ke koloi ne wena tuti na koloi na I can still apply for RAF. Wena ho ka ira accident ka koloi ya or wa thula o mongwe koloi ya e se mo molaong wa ira hala ulwena ho bana wena o ka se agree because koloi ya I mumla or ba o krele ka alcohol wena o ka se agree wena o thula nna nna ko ikrea nka I apply la ka agree. Okay, so or batswadi ba ireng proper due diligence.
I think direng sorry hore ira hates ne but no sense wants hore jo are tseng direng serious too
and I can't blame them. Hey,
no maro wana metsa ngwana how
that's what blame
selo wana di arvel nnete ne di transport tsa mo kasi tsa o isa bana mo kasi di byang ho di lebeletse
jo like
kera ba pitla nga mara conquest valley 10
I understand, Marish, I can't blame.
Wena le motswadi o nahana
This
eng?
more accidenting age, I can blame motswadi. They're going through a lot already. Excuse me.
No, obviously.
Excuse me.
I'm just saying, hore. So, like, probably batswadi ba bana le dikoloi tsa bona di na le metšhaelo di sharp. Net fela ana na ka o isa ngwana sekolo. O isa ngwana o tsaya ngwana mo kentsha mo transporto ya someone ya malome sa mga conquest o ira overload. Wena le motswadi ha o itse that.
Why not blame the owner tsa di transport for
Yeah,
them not
blame
doing,
yeah.
like if nna ka o hero nya ka mmereko monna o nya go driver taxi yaka, why nna ke sa research or una le necessary documentation for you to drive my car?
Yeah,
You understand? So for nna
ba
tshwara
bad to blame.
le driver le mongwe wa quantum if una le owner ra quantum le ena tshwantse re mo kry fault, or how do you let this person drive your car as not documentation step proper? I understand. Now we can ask questions. Butcher. If a butcher be. Bolela.
Manzi ho blame like batswadi.
But I said partially, yo. Lady selective hearing, yo. Okay, sharp, give a blame. Sharp, give a blame.
Why over blame? Morao ngwana ha o hele number 1 o nyaka mswadi a sale go loing morao ka maoto ha ilo lato mongwe go di view wa mafello. A check hore ke overload.
Face up.
Ngwana ha o ke number 1 ba mtsa
Yeah, ke utlwa.
ba bo 4 ba motse ya go di KK ya re example.
Yeah.
Wa mafello number 14 ba mo lata go
Yeah.
mafellong.
Yeah.
So wena le motswadi o mo sala go lo ye o morao.
Ai le so wena le wena.
No, o nage blame. Pata ka blame. Pata ka blame. I think
so are you telling me hore kokolo ko transportong ya ngwana ha o a tsamaya le yona, you don't know hore batho ba ba kae? There's WhatsApp group. You will. There's no way.
Lebza, kopela system.
Guys, let's be honest. Hona lady WhatsApp group, ne? There's WhatsApp groups.
Maybe Raluta le di WhatsApp groups. Do you wanna tell me go WhatsApp group o counta batswadi ba lendano, so therefore to for calculation ya hore
No, okay, utlwela. Even if gas or account and even if our account. But there's procedure. I think there's procedure. That's not kikrele one transport or sign a silo or no tazaka fella.
Okay, then
Very reckless.
Yeah, I wanna get rid of prima batswadi.
It's very
That's why I wanna like
how many will
process.
tell you the truth?
Maybe libs are calculated or process.
Kinto mansa bolelang are. We have to batswadi tshwantse ba implement yona ntwe eo.
Wantwara.
Manzi are the fact that hore batswadi aba follow up ka number ya bana ba leng ko kamera transport e create maybe le chaos lo nyana tse. So are rather parents must do due diligence to know how many kids there are in a transport. I 2 minutes. Gwena ngwana ha o tsamaya ka transport le bzagere. Ngwana ha o le bzotsamaya transport.
Oh yeah, waka o tsamaya maloma so ke ntateng la o sha. But then nna ke na go
Yeah.
batswadi ke te pala le nna, given the circumstance.
Yes.
Overload, especially for local. Come on. Because of it's against the true realities and struggles tsa batho. As if reckless to some degree. The price range you afford, it's that reality. You understand? And o ka se tlogele mmereko o no biang dijo gore feletse ngwana mo okay morawa. Nakulo night. So most of the parents, they know gore bana ba overload to come. They just hope. And then I think it's a leisure, like a privilege for us to say ba irresponsible or ba reckless. Realities tsa malapa di want tshwara di biane. So again, o kre ngwana a tsama transport a tsama ile 18 or it's cheap against the reality or a walk and or ke local. So these things di etsahala, we don't blame man and stuff, but ke reality o ka se kre transport sa tlatsa.
So in this situation, no kare already there was an overload and then driver lena assure ana proper documentation. What is it that batswadi they should maybe try to better the situation going forward? Transport. What is it that they can do?
No, besides it, before we come on, the issue here is reckless driving as an overload. Even if in Kebali 9, because of the way he drove. So I'm thinking, now I'm saying, now one pull out of transport, overload or not, if driver really beat.
Yeah.
Because I'm in danger.
Only now driver.
One, yeah?
Is it only by driving? What about documentation?
Documentation is secondary. Documentation allows you to perform what you already know.
Okay,
it's like
so-
saying,
What?
I'm a chef, ke kono api.
That's insane.
I'm a chef, ke kono api. Here's not documents, come on, kasapi, with the very same skill.
We
Documentation,
understand.
are you feel more skill or
Mara,
less skill?
it gives you a fall on.
You for permit. No, you for permit.
Lerona you're for a fall on.
And then waiting on documentation, it helps the government and the authorities
Yeah.
recognize you within that space. For when you are licensed to drive the public.
Can I ask another question? Eriki derail a little bit.
Mara,
If that boy,
Okay.
can I ask a question? If the 22-year-old driver, akrile mapodisa bamutwere, or the owner of the quantum, if he's not the owner, don't drive my car. Do you think those kids would have been alive today?
No.
If he wasn't driving that car?
No, my point is this. PDP, I see accident. How to get the point of connotation here? It's reckless driving.
I understand what
because
you're saying.
Because of people drive recklessly with PDP. It's not like as though
I understand.
the accident is not a taxi or reckless driving. People drive recklessly.
No, we see no.
What's in Nakering?
We see now. We are awareness.
Awareness.
I get this thing happened, and aranya go rira la happy.
Yeah, we don't.
Le batho ba lebeletse ba bona re tšhoša.
Yeah, let's break down the solution.
Re ho be le between motswadi le driver or le owner ho be le some document something yana formal. Just formality. I don't know. Ra try lokisa ka seno next day we are the very same thing. I le no kwa baleng ba ira research ba irang hore tšo ba avoid ntho ira etse. Now what we can do now go lokisa going forward. So I think if maybe how well something yan akiti.
Okay, can I say?
Akiti. Yeah.
Okay, so I have quite a few points that I want to make, right? Pertaining to the issue of the associations, le batho ba ileng gore ba drive di-taxi without proper permits. We necessarily can't do anything about that. The blame and the onus should fall on the taxi association in ensuring that the cars that carry human beings, the drivers are, qualified to do that. Taba tsa gore re botsane hore o sa tswa ka mo e tswa ka ntlhela because wena ona PDP, that has to stop at some point.
So basically, us letting them drive, re ba fa benefit of the doubt, or they already have proper documentation.
Yes, and the sad thing is that if I'm a passenger in a taxi, it's
You won't
not
ask
my job to say,
ask.
"Chomi, batong, ereke bone PDP
License
ya
ya
hao,
hao."
ona le yona na."
Which is
That's not
true.
my job. That is not my job. The association has to ensure that their drivers are fully equipped to do the job that they hired them for. Secondly, this driver of this particular accident, Jaka Asna PDP, the way when you look at the dash cam, you see that there's a lack of experience in driving. Anybody who has experience in driving will see by looking at that video, there was plenty of time for him to avoid the accident.
Plenty.
So a lot of research and all of that has to be done by the owner of the car. If it were up to me, he would also be fined.
Danki.
Or arrested.
Exactly. Exactly. Exactly.
Kalu but now I disagree lele.
Yeah.
Hekele owner.
Yeah.
Ki hirile motho. Atile go natural documentation di felletse.
Yeah.
I'm expecting, so what you guys are saying, I must micromanage moto. I must constantly check, monagara license expire ani.
I think so.
Can I say something?
Personally, I think
Fine.
so.
Okay, I get you.
Yeah.
Before I follow up, I get you.
Yeah.
When was the last time I taxi?
Last week.
Last week.
Now, the person who I met in taxi, sure document I fell it.
No, hence she was saying, hore, loads and orgasm mutis.
Yeah, but you see, the problem is, honale this thing, ya di lirike ba bitsang, kana kasi. Koloi right?
The striker.
Striker.
Yeah.
Koloi is intse ke nna go jarate. Na di documents tsa ka di felletse. Mara because ke la pile. Or ke na le tshering we ke nya go ba busy len. E manzi a mbethele line nyana.
Oh.
Yeah.
Then how do you control that?
Okay.
Yeah,
Can I say something?
It's a catch-22.
It is though. Can I say something? Also,
this thing is low.
Also, let's not forget, or at the end of the day, moto they taxi. It's a business at the end of the day, ne? Meaning, it is your duty as a boss. bona ke ha ka rena mo businessing ya rena tlisang di ID tlisa what re nyako ira eng you can't be negligent as a boss not to follow up ko ntwele horeng it's your property taxi ke how this is your taxi. It's your responsibility to follow up on 100%. Everyone that you are hiring. But where is the proper documentation? If you are okay,
micromanagement.
Nagi taxi boss one. Lebzonya ka mereko. Ke okay. Ke kopelo ntlisetse copy yang ya pasa le ID o di certify. Ke re ke mereko ke boss ha ona. Tamo satisfy, ne? Here it's almost satisfy. Or satisfy ke bona okay. This guy Ash meaning her in the next 5 years license ya expire. Meaning her ka 5 years you have to make sure you renew osa renew
100
because now you're driving my property without it's the owner's responsibility to make sure batho ba aba hirang ba tshwere proper documentation. No bereka ko airport. I used to work ko airport. The permits are nani the expire every after was it 1 year, 2 months? And hey, expiry, it's your job. And look, little boss on you, you know you won't be able to do 1, 2, 3 without a permit. Go 100. And renew.
100. Le license. Le license. Why is it expire?
Expire. So as a boss, knowing how documentation that your workers have to have proper documentation. Yes. That's it.
On that point, I'd like to say, I'm speaking from my own experience because go
okay.
Right? So, so when in terms of like documentation, you have to make sure
as a boss,
PDP license, everything is okay. Mochelo wa koloi. Botsa ke re bianong e ka ba mampara wiki engwe e hectic thata bianong time wa insa ke re dedi khobela tšhelete manala re wa gafa.
Mochelo
patela mochelo go lukisa mabidi ki ra so. So on the side, batho ba ba ownang dikoloi tse, it's really just being lazy to do the work.
It's negligent.
Lazy to do the work. And you don't understand, okay, sharp, when are you getting money in your pocket? However, you're carrying human beings.
It's a business.
Those are people's mothers, those are people's sisters, those are people's kids that you're carrying. You can't just treat them like parcels.
100.
They're irreplaceable.
This thing is so unfortunate. Move on. This thing is so unfortunate. It happened the way it happened. We do wanna blame Marirang. Vele the driver, he must just rot in jail.
Yes.
The owner of we don't know about the car if Nelly Mumla or whatever, but also I feel like he should be held responsible in a way how he should know his employees or about proper documentation. Lena is someone that needs to be questioned. How do you let someone drive your car as na PDP the distances again? Unless if it was naga motor drive, nakiti asa tsene ki mail standby ke strike something like that. Which doesn't make sense. It's your car, it's your responsibility to make sure. Are you tainted in any other way or form? So like rest in peace to the kids. Not honestly, like I empathize with them, with the families, because you social media it's very hard. It's disheartening. Like to see such kids losing their lives earlier on in the year. Like there was this other video Okare is one of the families. Bansi say one, taxi ela EMMO gating one. Bye bye.
Oh,
yo. Like utisabot like from the camera view. No, camera ya kamuntu one. Bye bye. Onamela taxi gone. The last time you see your child. It's painful.
I think before it's all we can debate about this the whole day.
Yeah, we can.
And to be honest with you, government has done everything it possibly could in terms of road safety, in terms of the road signs and whatever. But I think the biggest challenge that we are faced with and that we have to deal with is human behavior.
That's right.
Because either way, even if you blame owner, this was the person who behaved recklessly, and his behavior so they've always said there is no cure for stupidity. So how do we deal with human behavior? Because as it is, government is trying so hard. This thing demerit system, suspended license and everything. Those are the initiatives of government to try and deal with human behavior.
Yes.
But still, who knows? Somebody who's going to drive some stupid there. So either way,
I like what you said. There's no cure for
I
like what you said. There's no cure for stupidity. On the very same topic, Yadikolo and stuff. Hey guys, what you take, guys, when in Modita Benteta, there was a school. Is it a school? No. What KZN, ne? No nale protests. Tama foreigner. Ba protest la bana ba skolo hore like bana ba bona hore. Aba kradi space. So a lot of Nigerians was just doing, hey, I pay tax. Hey, me, my child, what you take in terms of the whole school admission and then the school to the admita the foreigners modikolong and then apparently there's also more than the 2,000 learners babasa krang this space this year because kolong what you take
bana ile kam
yeah bana baba kam South Africa abana space and stuff so
gara bana ba Nigerian ba
yo ba Nigeria chances are very high hore babelehilwe kam chances are very high chances are very high hore babelehilwe kam
sonze ba eskolo mara if on space ya nor ba salwela
what you take ka di foreigner ba toitoela di apartment ba toitoela dikolo ba toitoela medical aid ba toitoela di public hospitals clinics and stuff what your take on that
to I khona la irahale a ona nga even ka ni ka justify or ka bolela I khona le tete it's only in South Africa and right tloela irahale.
Okay, can I ask? Let's say
nana ke tla go ntlo nyao ho sa mfidijo kya kwata like markhama.
Okay, only if you're an invited guest. Ke tlo thulela. Okay?
Yeah.
So let's say like the other let's say other foreign nationals, let me not just box them, get them Nigerians and stuff. No, let's say the other foreign nationals banally proper documentations.
Yeah.
I know others banally body asylum and a lot of baba baling kodi the shop most of them, not all, most but already asylum, which is a documentation you allow whatever.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a piece of paper. Yeah. So how are they allowed to
yeah. If okra space, if was career, I sing a forced lady. If was career, why not?
Yeah.
So go
yeah.
I school Mari fast career, ask career.
There's a video I saw, ne? Yeah, Honakoko KZN. Some other South Africans, Honakwa, Mama Zulu. They were joining a little protest, ne? Yeah, Nigerian. Well, it was Nigerian, but never protest. So Mazula Mamba joined the protest, ba sapota Nigerian. Pero Kabulu was a nice level town. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like Bona Bale Bakan Chelani.
Yeah.
One bam interviewer. So the lady was like, no. At the paraphrase. At the end of the day, we are all Africans. As Africans. As Africans, we must help them. We are brothers and sisters. Manuel.
No, like saying like what benefit
I see NFL like it was a large group of people. Babaring Bogoto African National Congress. We are all Africans and stuff. What you take?
No, my take or true. I not take.
What you take, Chomi? Okay, Lenaldi take good. What you take?
So there's a difference between being a refugee or an asylum seeker and being an illegal immigrant. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So I understand the whole concept of us being Africans and being united, but the thing is that we have a system in this country, you know, and we want this to be a well-oiled system. And in order for us to achieve that, everybody needs to be able to be identified.
Yeah.
So if you're going to come here and you don't have any documentation, you're not contributing anything to the economy, but you have you feel like you have the right to complain about the fact that public health sector is not helping with this and this and this and that. So I feel like everybody just needs to suck it up, get the proper documentation. It's really not that deep.
Don't you think the government has a role to play?
Definitely.
In them feeling comfortable in our country?
100%.
To think how they think
the
right
issue
now.
starts at the border.
Yeah.
If I'm coming in now and I'm saying I'm here for vacation for 90 days, 90 days expires. You guys don't follow up and check where I am. Are you mad? What do you think I'm doing? What do you think I'm doing this entire time? And then I come here and I have kids and I use them now as a way to have access to certain things in the country. So we need to go back to the beginning, go back to the border and ensure that everybody that is coming into the country, we know or hirahalanga.
Yeah. And when you think of it, when you go to these countries, when as a foreigner, we are privilege. It is impossible. Impossible. For 5 years. You know also, like, we're not going to blame foreigners for thinking mo South Africa honali greener pastures, ne? We're not going to blame them because it is like that. It's what I run a whole opportunity. You're going to go. We're not going to blame them, but we do blame our system as a country. Allow us certain things to slide. This thing has started long time ago. Now because if it led to a state ailing uncontrollable, now it's uncontrollable, Papa. I want to deport them all. You won't, and you can't. And all of that. You can't do that. You won't be able to. Joe, come on, Joe. Not was it 2 months ago? Aeroplane a flyer from where's Afghan? Is it Afghanistan? Palestine. Ya feta bo Ghana ya fitla ya lenda mo South Africa. Ya nna more than the hours EMC authorities were bare go ahead, open the doors. And South Africa open the doors without proper documentation. Your own president, Cupcake Ramaphosa, let them in. Without documentations, women and children, okay, you know what? Women and children, okay, cool, okay, fine. I empathize with them. You know, I empathize.
Why? Why, Mar? No. Why? Because women,
Joke.
Was
But I'm only saying her like, now at this point, I blame the government, hey? I blame it to a point where we are.
We blame her every day forever and ever. Human behavior.
The bells.
Human behavior.
Context they are playing. Remember, we took Israel to the ICJ.
Yes, we did.
So contextually, South Africa.
Alliance.
The alliance, because of internationally, it was South Africa stood up for them.
True.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's justifiable.
Not that it's right, but it's understandable why they came.
All right.
They were not invited necessarily.
So what about the Baba Ongweba? Bana Ashi Baba Tena Dikolo and all of that? Well, what happens? Like, I don't get it, eh?
Like, Monsanti, what's understand or
Can I ask a question also? Like, if, let's say you are seeking, ne? You want to study ko USA or America ko USA or whatever. We all know no, not that we all know. But what I know is if there's a company batu from overseas or abroad or whatever, ne? Most of the time, if merokwateng or in the government sector, ne? Or in the government sector, bo masole, bodilo mama. What I know, ne, is that country. Country ela. The country, let me use USA as a reference. Bad example for a country, but let me use it. Very bad. So, USA, enyaka masole mo South Africa, enyaka recruiter masole. What I know is government of USA and the government of South Africa, they have to come to an agreement. Or, hey, Ramaphosa, hello, Donald Trumpet, can I come and take your people? Yes, come. Take them. Then there's a written agreement. Sure. Or now we're going to be recruiting from a certain country. Like the whole Alabuga. Yeah, I heard also, the government, they didn't know anything about the recruitment. They had the South Africans to come and advocate for that school there. Ne? So now, in this context, when it comes to foreign nationals in our country for schools, don't they also have to have an agreement from the government? Or you know what? We as Nigerians, we don't have facilities, we don't have schools. How about we partner with South Africa for Bana Barina, Bakona Hutsena School from South Africa? Maybe is it only it apply only if Basuri documentation sako Nigeria or Zimbabwe or wherever, so that they can come or Baba allow the way they are because they were born here, maybe others were born here. Baba maybe for the document. Isn't it something like that?
I think it is like that. If yeah. So it's a procedure. Come call country but me common I'm cool
yeah.
Vela masole so honal moto askipang the steps. We ready to
on their own.
Answer. Hands the dilo, the backfire, blame you or government don't blame. Only department they dilanga dilo
Foreign affairs, yeah.
Or go foreign affairs, nala toss a miracle. Or a very miracle.
Yeah.
How do we qualify our working citizens? What is a citizen? What qualifies someone to become a citizen?
I know the procedure.
In my own opinion.
No, not kinako easy what it means. I'm saying what the problem is that what defines a citizen in South Africa. That's the problem. Because by simply being born in the country, I believe does not qualify someone to become a citizen.
Hence, go USA. Hence, go USA. There's a procedure. Remember, go USA. There's a procedure. Yeah, green card. From Moho Fedite on exam. Remember, like there's an exam. Came on president. Ning. From there, that's when you become a citizen. I don't know. What do you guys think?
But by now,
not on that question.
By now, citizen. But I'm going on. How will you become automatically over citizen? On all about to say
You know what's the problem, ne? I think government they are in. It's so fragmented, ne? In terms of collaborating, ne? And because we've got too many government departments, whenever something like this occurs, foreign affairs, you're asirina ki military.
Yeah.
Military asirina ki BMA.
Exactly.
BMA no asirina ki home affairs. And then home affairs na that's the problem. This thing.
Accountability.
Whereas accountability and all the other things.
So abanya ke hore ho bana le a certain department they blame you.
Yeah.
Or we blame you.
If you blame me, then me I must go to the committee, and all these other committees to explain who are hitting and which are problem Not to jack miracle fail. You'll be labeled as a delinquent. Then we want to delinquent.
Eliminate. Eliminate.
Yeah.
Here's an answer.
Shashalaza.
Shashalaza FC. To qualify as a South African citizen, you generally need one of the following. Number one, birth.
What?
But born in South Africa to at least one South African citizen or a permanent resident parent. I read.
Yeah, Mara, you see, South Africa you go to other countries, you can't even. If you go in other countries, and more especially these our neighboring countries, some Africa, Zim and other countries. If you want to hear how difficult they are, go have a conversation there at Truck Drive.
You'll hear. Number two, descent. Born outside South Africa to a South African citizen parent. Wow, this is so. You can be born outside or Zimbabwe. Let's born outside South Africa to a South African citizen parent. So if ole Zimbabwe or ole Nigeria, Mara, mama how ele South African, hona go.
Okay. Yeah.
Wow, this is. It's finally. Is it the major league DJs? They were born in the USA, but their parents are this side. So I don't know, something like that. I can be wrong.
So, citizens of America?
No, they're South African citizens. So they were born in a foreign country, but because Batswadi Babona, two South African parents. Yeah, that's cool. Okay. Neutralization, living in South Africa as a permanent resident for at least 5 years with good character and intent to stay. I don't understand this one.
Yeah.
I don't get it. So you get granted. So if you were here for more than 5 years,
I want to come to adopt a spot.
Yeah.
But we have no feature. Wa camp after 5 years.
Guys. And we're registration, which is, and I think we all know it's common. Some people, like minors or spouses of citizens, can apply for citizenship through registrations. Okay, this one makes sense.
So, banaba hankam, as South African.
Batswadi babona, babaling foreigners, but the foreign documentation. South Africa. Let's say you travel with your husband, ne? Let's say you travel with your wife, and then I'm studying how we meet at Akam, ne? And then Akrangwan Akam. It doesn't automatically mean for Somara South African. No. Net he or she was born here, Mara, because they are your kids, and then when that documentation are Australia, they're gonna be Australian.
So how much register?
I get to register the process Mara, just because you are not out in South Africa, you're not a citizen of South Africa, your kids can't be South African citizens.
Mama South African, Papa Lele.
I don't know.
Like only not get no, only mostly baba thalam bolo man. Okay, are only ma twins man. Kiko UK ko guy. But changes are no munza silengo represent London na ko represent France.
Bola.
Kibo man. Banali kimo angry mi wa no go.
Spero.
Marab dual citizenship wa it.
It is. Wait, a dual citizenship doesn't necessarily mean it's two different passports. One is passport what do you call this? What do you call it? Ela passport ela man.
Yeah, we want a passport ela.
You want to say?
Ife.
To say, man, to say. Yo, passport that day, like. Oh God. Like, let's say, is it a UN passport? Yeah, a United Nations passport.
You make G's. Yeah,
a United. Why want a passport? UN.
Yeah, we went to Usoro.
Why do you know a United Nations passport?
Okay. Now my point was just fela hore. Konali dual citizenship. Meaning, hore, I get a hopola, the first one we say you must be born. So even if
you must be born in South Africa to at least one South African citizen.
Yes.
Or permanent resident parent.
Yes. Permanent resident parent. I get it. Lenze atwa kantlila maremo grantile citizenship.
Yes.
Wana hai ukra citizenship ya South Africa.
Yes.
Though
yes,
aka Zimbabwe. Hai ngwanolo na le citizenship goes Zimbabwe. So that was my point. Una baba bana le dual citizenship. As a citizen butch.
Okay, Matlala only dual citizenship.
Sorry, sure. We can't confirm. I can't write on citizenship. Passport of Swaziland.
Yeah.
Can I ask a question? So it's go political a little bit, Mara, as deep. Remember, let me see. Remember, last year. Nakwela, I need to think. Remember last year, Nakwela ntwe. The minister. Can I give minister yang? Can I Peter give minister of what? Vaal. Correctional service. Yeah. Remember minister Peter Witze are Nakwela advocate la hore foreign nationals kamuri tronkong has to be deported because of they use most of the text from South Africa. So I saw more this whole topic dikolo and stuff. A lot of people they were spamming Minister Peter Vaal's name. We hope he can be president of the country because he clearly can handle so if he becomes a minister or a president, do you guys think maybe a little bit of minimization, the whole foreign thing, illegal immigrants and all of that? What's your take?
No, I fully agree. You know, it's not necessarily we need him. We need somebody who's decisive. Because the only
he
problem
is very
here,
decisive. He is.
Yeah, the only problem here. The only problem here is that Dilo, and hence I'm saying it's not necessarily or because of what I said, the government departments that this fragmented. It's because there's no one who's decisive. Yes. That's why everybody at Kirela kam kwanyakang and Renardo Naranzer complain mang wirling. Because we have a head state. But I can't hold you accountable because you've done me a favor and me holding you accountable or something, it means I must fire you or something like that. All right. Issue and I agree what he has done, chasing all foreigners because our own jail beds were more high. They can't even benefit because they must share with other people. Now, there's a problem. A colleague of mine, school, everywhere she goes, but when you go there, it's people from outside. As a South African citizen, born, bred and battered more South Africa, one space. Then I must argue Zimbabwe, and then you ask what are you still doing here? What they do now is they use this asylum seeking thingy as an excuse.
All right. I wanna vela momuzanzino batata gore berana ke di favor gore nna go iretse so this why abakhona decisive. If nabanya ba decisive echo nabelo lo botle. Level example ga kana mang mayor ya Tshwane. Why wanna decision or wanna she's making decisions. Because I really want to feel.
Yeah, decisively.
What decide I'm gonna clean up so have you then in your town? When is going to town?
Reclusali brothel.
One town no jo is gone or a law official town over Talamoya. Yeah, because of decision making.
Yes,
she's making decisions
for officers to start working. It's because they know they have a backing on Talwan. So now you are saying to me, Mara, the problem is once I grab somebody, I let something get Hebaka phone or I ke fella ke span.
A lot of people are advocating for yena minister o hore ba ro ka re aka ba ka mo fa a more firm lead role ka mkho a bona ka mkho re lebeletseng
What's ba ka se me ba ka re ba itse
yeah we know
we ra mmereko ba ba ra mmereko ba ka se ba bitse
yeah so I feel like maybe come eba ka mira ro ba ntweng en is it a bad thing to give to like
a white person?
Is it gonna burn us as South African if a white person becomes president? Let's be honest.
It won't.
It won't. Can we try?
Abanye go tsa risky.
Let's get our minds off the gutter apartheid.
No, it's not a gutter.
Yeah.
It's not. Wait, if I can power 1 minute 38 seconds.
Yes.
My thing is this.
Yeah.
My thing is
1 minute thing, 30 seconds. Okay.
My thing is this, baby.
Yeah.
The government it's a system designed by the whites.
Yes.
It has never governed a black nation. Rena governance here as black people was 2 tribes. Groups of people, one group. We've never governed diversity.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yes.
So that's point number 1. Point number 2, the laws that governs the presidency itself. It's a problem. It's not the person that's the office. Because of you cannot do beyond the law.
Yeah, true.
Even if you want to change things, if the laws does not allow you to do certain things, you understand? So the president, they were set apartheid. So the presidency, the laws that defines a president, most South Africa, were conscripted. Apartheid, we punish the white man again.
Yeah.
So by design, political, the politics by design, it's a failing system.
Yeah, okay.
Not people fail, but fail.
Yeah,
the system itself is failing.
100.
Okay. I want politics. Ngisala ka sentse ke tseketsa so.
Yeah, I see value.
Before as black people,
Yes.
we are just put there as the tools.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the tools still push whatever propaganda. That's why they'll always tell you, government.
Yeah.
Not to
mention them.
Yeah.
You know what? Nice one. You know what? My boys are very. My boys call me some panel one day. Politics. One, 2. Politics. Okay, cool. Now let's move along. Like, yeah, let's just. Hey guys, I have a. How long? How far? Can I talk about something again? We crossed. Can I do 30 more seconds? 30 more minutes?
1 hour.
Guys, lefatshe le mi come out. Not okay. Lefatshe South Africa. Not necessarily. Just vela. Ke gossip at this point. Ne? Like the purple gang, it's involved and all of that. Tabo. What am I? Manzi is your time to thrive. Is your time to
thrive.
Is your time to thrive, Tommy.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know if you guys have seen what was happening. Was it a week ago? Go piano pulse ka the boy Thakgi, ne? Do you know Thakgi? What means Thakgi? So like there was a
quit.
Manzi. Lena le tloseka, wait till le tloseka. Loseka.
I get a chop.
Chopping next. So basically, guys, like I was so disappointed in the story. Let me tell you what happened, right? So Thakgi ogobiano pulse. There's this trend mo social media vele. Like trend that thing or ending the video with anything. It can be anything. Ending a video with a man that I love. Ending a video with someone who owes me 10 million. Then I go video nya thing obonsa ko mafelong obonsa sfatlo sa hae. So it's a trend go TikTok. So there was this girl I really trended ela are ending the video with someone who physically assaulted me. I want to swatlo sa Thakgi. Thakgi? Hey, which one? A lot of people were so excited. Oh, Ramukriya. Finally, this is something that we can hold on to. When we are
Shashalaza
FC Kanto, but Tabasad sharp on the video. Then there was a comment by this other girl. The name of the girl I video. Her name is Dineo. And then there was another woman, more comment sectioning, by the name of, I think, Blossom. Yeah, Blossom. The same thing happened to me. And he blamed it on alcohol. Hey, very good shots. Right? Mind you, Tahi has never came forth to speak about anything up until the latest episode, Piano Pulse. Right? Yeah. So I'm going to start from before what happened. So now, a lot of people, why is he Tahi? So, but people don't love him. Now, some opinions I don't agree with him. Like he talks too much, in my opinion. But that's his job. We can't fault him otherwise.
Yeah,
that's his job. And then each to their own. And now I'm not gonna lie, I do watch Piano Pulse. I do. So sharp, Tahi. But like he hasn't said anything. I released his statement too for a whole week. Right? Cool. Then PNC, yeah. Remember PNC, what the Piano Pulse is, Praying Humans, those are all family, they all fall under one umbrella. Go PNC, ke bon pop selebo mama like topic ya tlahella. Ha topic e tlahella, they ask them, guys, do you think he did it? What Mogele Farafai Farida, Melissa Altar, yes, he did it. But what quantifies you saying he did it? Or no, the reason why I can paraphrase. The reason why I say that is because there was a second comment that was made under the post story. He also did the same thing to the girl and blamed it on alcohol. And yes, I can't know why is it Purple Gang. Purple Gang, when Purple Gang stand together, they stand together. Penung balenge ba tshwara di rifle bona ba ka tlhatlhamolla yong kinto the way they like who tshwarilwe so like the kind of it's a feminism, right? Yes. Bona the feminists are a lot and they come for you, they don't want to know, they don't care, right? Now Tahi wa tlhella go Piano Pulse. They give him a platform. I think he spoke for over an hour trying to explain the situation or what really happened, ne? Tahi explaining the situation, he came with receipts, he came with screenshots, and he came with everything that he needed to for Eitomu to sang in this case. Ne? I want you guys to tell me what you think after we've spoken about this. So Tahi no, there was this time, this girl number one. This girl dated Tahi, what amabiza. Ibile Mosakaula, Namirle drum set. Tahi nairle wala di drum am meta so. What? Like nah. Is it a metaphor or what? Yeah, namu black men. So now Taiwa number one, now this girl, I don't know her from a bowl soap. Number two, I've never dated this girl. Yes, we've had an encounter with this girl. Go the what university, the groove university where he was supposed to leave with Chomia to go sleep over at his friend's place, but Agra Chomia at another place, and then the girl was involved. So me and my friend were having a squabble because Anya Kwaya high. And the girl was there. Yeah, now the girl, the lady in question, the Dino girl, was there. And then the only thing I did and I apologized for was calling the girls fair. And when I was fair, cool, ne? Chapo, the following day, I then apologized to the girl. Askisi for the way I spoke to you. Ne? What a screenshot of the friend. I sent it the Dino girl DM. Hi, I'm so sorry and I apologize for the way Tahi spoke to you. And then the girl responded, no, there's no need for you to apologize for his behavior. What? He addressed the girl issue. You know what? I don't know this girl. There's no footage. There was no one. Mola in a group of people. No one saw me do anything. And there was no charges laid, whatever. And then he later on said, you know what, even if the charges weren't laid, you still have the right after 10 years or 20 years to come forth while you will a case, which is understandable, which is valid. You can, after 5 years, while you're say you rapist, you can. Yeah, you can. You can. Ne? So now let's address the blossom girl. Ola wa hore are, ne? The blossom girl said the same. Remember, he said the same. She said the same thing happened to me and blamed it on alcohol, insinuating her she dated Thakgi, or it was a subliminal message because Okasere, the same thing happened to me and he blamed it on alcohol. Without you mentioning the person you're talking about. Next thing, the girl sendela Thakgi email. Hi Thakgi, I would like to clarify on that comment. I wasn't specifically talking about you. I was talking about an experience that I had with someone else, my ex, who insulted me, and he always blamed it on alcohol. Thakgi was like, okay, cool, thank you. And then Thakgi started investigating why has been Thakgi for a long time because like na advocated or mass unfollow cancel Thakgi go the video inside. So then a lot of people were like, no, what if this girl, by her saying that she had an agenda behind, because I mean Joe, we're not dumb. There's no way the same thing happened to me and he blamed it on alcohol. You know who you're talking about. Why don't you mention that person's name? Because obviously, nahe ke Vaal, ke tlo re oh he bana Thakgi o black semile motho o le o hape wa bona re bang now re berekisa re berekisa tlhaloganyo no like I don't understand why. So I was like, yeah, but I did clarify her. I wasn't talking about more comment sectioning. A lot of them were like, yeah, clearly if you know English from Oxford Dictionary, you would know that this girl, she wasn't saying Thakgi's name. Hey, all right. Bobuna lady pando patla mola ba repa heba feditse. And then Thakgi was like, you know what, ne, I'm gonna take this the legal route way. I'm losing money and I don't care. They will pay the popesal dance because number one, you know stigma. Once about rape, rape, rape anyone. The stigma still similar because the only thing now I know Tolismo is a comedian, but I'm still gonna remember Taba Elaya Rabi. It's a stigma. Remember? So now it's a he was nani gender-based violence because you salam rao. So what's your take on these things, Sahore? There's a lot of things that are happening. A lot of men have been victimized. Baba bakuturongong a lot of them because of things they haven't done. Manzi, is your time to shine, my brother.
No, guys, like it's true. The society or the downfall I meant. What about can to buy anything fair like Thai knows not about Tawano like
knows no.
Yeah.
No. Okay.
No, when I I explain story seller. If ever not some tourists, why some tourists are not we? Or I'm reporting I read Sinela very go correcting.
2023.
Yeah, correcting 2023, yeah. Come Pitora West.
Yeah, Pitora West.
That's
an tit. And look what we got Pitora West.
Once or Ira has to go thing. Why as a complain go correcting, go rest manager, whatever. Hey, now let this guy munga shunyo compare ringi. Wait, 2024, 2025.
Arsa Beza, remember we highlighted. Arsa, yeah, maybe Arsa Beza more because remember we did say, you can still twarisa your rapist after 10 years. Remember the
No, are telling rape.
you're not gender-based violence. How many people?
Why I miss
my wait. Remember like on a lady trauma study, lady Stockholm syndrome. Remember like on a dulonyana study, like you can't just go maybe or maybe it's only when someone is mentioning or the person or we learn or me too. Hashtag me too. I've been in that situation. That's when you have the courage to now speak about that thing, because maybe at that time, or you know what, you are allowed. You can offendile many years ago. It's fine. We shouldn't base it on that.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Question
TikTok.
Yeah.
We already live. We're content. What means it?
Movie.
Now 2 million. Yeah. That gets no profiling. We already content. They joke. If Nelly need the tabai, you'll TikToker. You will color life. You will color. And as always, or we let trend day. And I'll go restaurant thing. What finishing? What. Like night as content. As I say. Maybe I want to say.
I will look at boom.
But why I after so long?
That's why I recite based on that. You said you wanted to answer.
Yeah. Part of the reason why people come out about the things that have happened to them after they have happened, and it nako ilapsite, like there's been like a long time after the incident happened. Part of the reason is because of victim blaming, right? So what happens is that
victim blaming.
You understand? And especially with issues of physical abuse or sexual assault, it becomes a very big deal, because you go to the police station and the first thing that they want is a whole story. No, who you want me that day? We want to hear what happened to you. And at that point, I am traumatized. I'm here to report a case. And then how fitla mo ba fa J88, you have to go to the hospital. How fitla hospital happen? Ba butsa can you hear hitting? Now I have to tell you what happened again. There's just so much victim blaming, and there's no sensitivity around how big of a deal it is. It's not okay for you to put your hands on someone. It really is not okay. So the way that we treat those kinds of situations is the reason why people don't speak up.
True.
Okay, it's fine.
That's true.
But in this case, if moto accused happen no now come costi masela some says I hear that day. What can you prove it? Only the receipt. That can then to relay. And I want to go with Sangor. That can then to relay. We live video ela fail. Azanga I read the life Azanga and Walagot. The only no I will say lo that can do it.
Okay, can I say something?
Thai.
Yeah.
Thai and I want to know who pata the lawyer around a lady the screenshot on a lady on so I want to and we explain it to you right in Tazil. That's what I want. I bet Tawanul. Umuriza Vela. Spare Emaniana will wait. Fella. I apologize the next day. The next day, when my jail was resting young one, why up Piete. Our Tolela, Vateha, Baba Monate, sharp. After 3 years, Kona why one young no reputation at Taiwan Ferrari brand.
Yeah, but he has the right to sue her.
Yes, bona. Kento irang e bilan are.
Taken no, I will say lo. I mean to ko ka iran since ba munyag. And I will say lo. Taken after video.
No, Bamu feel the right of
and I told on a video.
Bamu feel right of reply. Bamu dite bare if go piano pulse or go the whole podcast. Bamu sorry if you wanna say your side of the story, because no one knows. You only posted that video and you never spoke on it. So if you want to explain your side of the story, you can pull through, or we can communicate. We can communicate in any form. Your side. I get no right of reply. You know what I've noticed is in this situation, it makes it so hard for a lot of people to believe the real victims. I understand. So now, if there's a woman who's gonna come out and be like, "Yo, I was assaulted," or I was what? My wait. It makes it so hard because there are a lot of people that are baba jajang or baba, what's the word I'm looking
Falsely
for?
accused.
Falsely accused. They falsely accuse them. A lot of women, they feel like bakaberegisa the most traumatic way to get back or the consequences sa teng hona mo. Hona ba nong sharp, let's say, yeah, yena vele tahi a wine lo sudu eo. Then what? Because baba mbailore, yeah. Sesalang, what if it's true? No, tahi ubergisa the powers tsa hae who manipulated the situation, which is false also. But in this instance, I'm like, it's very disheartening to think of men who are in trunks, jail, prison, babaling falsely accused. It's very disheartening.
Tagan the video got trend serious. Bam assaulti. Vira video serious got trend. Obvious your trend that day. I say serious too. This why Joy what is at our because if Nail is serious, not since I is serious, I live or I ring. We are trend the alcohol restaurant thing. Leave video a la go daring. It's a letting video I close. Get trendy.
Yeah, it is weird like at
but it affected this guy. Jam affected financially, emotionally, physically. Jam affect.
Can I ask a question, Manuel? On that intro, on that note, thank you very much. So, like, if I feel like we all have different ways of, you know what? Kitulemo topicing. Lesar kera o. I get it neo. Hey, I get one yana on. Hey. No, I can tell you know. Oh yeah, no, I know. I'm somewhere else. I feel like there are so many ways for someone to come out when it comes to a situation. Let's say kamko nabulela life ne are you sometimes you don't want to come forth because of the outside noise. Let's say now you have the courage to speak up, but you know go police station, you're not gonna get help. What's the best way you can do? I've seen many videos where people speak about their traumas or whatever. Most social media. 5-part video, part 1, atlalos, part 1, part 2, part 3, in detailed form. So what I'm trying to say is, I don't want us to be like, just because you are not allowed to express how you're feeling, or if you found a platform, go social media to talk about your problems or to voice out whatever incident. Let's say if I decide to go live and be like, you know what, guys, I have a situation. I was assaulted by Mama. I be in a detailed form. I don't feel like I have to be persecuted because I chose this platform to express how I feel, because I'm scared to express it because of when you go there. So like DK as an example. DK Momo on our platform, this is the first time my family is going to hear about this. I never went to the police. I never did this. I never did that. I was assaulted by 2 of my uncles and my best friend. First time I would on a podcast. So I feel like however people decide to voice out their struggles, we shouldn't be quick to persecute them. Let's rather hear them out and then reba fake guidance, or reba bonso, we are there for you. You can go. You need the rally. Maybe we need the troops, or you need an army of people to help you out with this problem. Akire na akire na last dine akire na papa papa, because now kwale ngunti so ayizo opatala 74 million. Ayizo what
polela range.
What's in nanka etsang ne? Lo jo mantsile nka usu na hanenge kuswa wen o ikra ka tshelde. Let's start there. Nanga utshwarisa for deformation of character. Erike bono resident offense that you can serve jail time on for defaming someone's character. Ke manga kayang tronkong, gila kenya kaya tronko king o kaya tronkong. Okay,
Not true.
yo, okay, don't go.
People go to social media, very relaxed. They do. Ano volela. Ana no jo. But how my lawyer receive a
Like you go one or PNC by Lorraine because Pop said something in good December chocolate. Pop said yo, imagine if Kiletahi and then I can pull a girl that looks like her, meaning her and then you look like Tahi. Yo, I would worship the ground she walks on. Me insinuating or Tahi is go back no pull di chibi.
Okay, you watch, right? I say, yeah.
No, but
Mara, you know what I think is
net elaya hore. Net elaya hore. Awana na asorke melela Mara la hore bausa for uzwa musor. Do you think Pharaoh? But do you think he did it?
Yes, he did it.
I know. Answara like we wanna hore. It is the awi. Agar diamond ki colleague jai. Why was that before we shoot that day? Ba bolelele na. For rapper o bolela ka ntso. Kopela bano
they jumped into conclusions. You know, now I'm gonna respect
petrol west.
I respect McG and Saul a lot. I respect them in this situation. I respect Bona. All the respect I gave it to them because reason Sizo Alakain. Oh, remember, I was like, yeah, these guys. Why don't they talk about one of them? Oh, I say what. And then McG, Lisol, they were like, no, they want to shoot. They never even asked the questions. Ne? Then there was a shoot again. On Monday, they were like, what's happening in the situation near Tahi? And then Dudu was like, no, Tahi spoke about the situation. We're going to hear his side of the story. They were never too quick to analyze and be like, yeah, he did it, because they never heard his side of the story. They never heard his side of Azanga Baba one side. Wabana this thing about one side and let this thing out comment on short clips without hearing the full context where it comes from. Utawa problem. A lot of people in the world, more South Africa, they're actually doing that. Practical, simple example. Money is the root of evil, which is a lie. It doesn't go like that, because barbiao, I want the full thing. Or rather the love of money. When I wanna mela sporo sa ito ruiwa kai, we are Zimbabwe when. Are we to hiwa kai? So this thing are commented based on a clip.
30 seconds.
A clip 30 seconds and you comment on that. It's very dangerous. Very dangerous.
Too much.
Okay, now you have to explain because you have a big ass mouth.
No, wait till I get to chest.
Oh,
wait till I get to
PNC. Is it today?
Yeah.
We'll
it can happen to anyone, to any guy. So if you are a guy, always say serious thing. And I want to reply you'll never know.
You'll never know.
So,
imagine, Joe.
Understand? It can happen to anyone. Apeleza zila ntui rising mutai. Daily ntwela nalwa nagelo wena. Adike ngarman emanyana wena. Why wona rubia? Akubulelwe wena. Mar after dress o unga soltile. Ene taiwa bolelo chu. Nagnal mammal daman ba magizore ke mangwa yena o armo bole chu na ke mitsi lumi a mitsi taile ngwana
yeah
o mone ha wane mo phelong mai ene na fasitse ka chumia o ga betha media fasitse like ale teng
sirisilo come on okay so ekhona ha lena I was like
yeah now trend ga video at 30 seconds e costa ngwana batho no career high ngi chu e costa yeah,
it's very sad. Like I don't like it. And now I want to see how they're gonna respond, especially family. Elaya PNC. Now I just want to see. I feel like a lot of people were quick to judge Thakgi and be like, he did it because of the character assassination. So like, bites about it. This boy, he talks too much, and he's very aggressive in the way he articulates himself. I can't imagine bold. Aggressive in that man. So vamos say kam kholabar. Bara ya mutswana o black sema o.
Na I feel like o make go echo. Tlo val tension e ka da. No, like no garo mo go Garvanyaka spotlight sa diamond or Bamurat.
Like Buma?
Like PNC Lit Piano Pulse. I feel like Vatolo.
I already told me.
Yeah, I wanna know
this is war, bro.
Personally.
This is war, bro.
Personally.
I hope we're Spero lo alerina. O tlo lo alerina one day. Oh.
Every organization and politics.
Yeah, Mara like in this instant, like and Mara, it has to be like that. Something about you. We can't be quick to talk about it here without sharing. You, our colleague.
True.
It doesn't make sense. And come to think of it, we've worked with so many people. Babambare disappointed. Babambare azangara bolela ka bona. Mara tshwantse re dire. Tshwantse re bolela ka bona. Yeah, wena.
About worth it.
No. Like, it's very disheartening. I don't like what's going on. I just hope he gets his. You can't even say justice. Is it justice? Is it justice?
It's justice.
Is it justice? For Thai. Okay. Yeah. Because Tahi said, I'm not gonna release a statement because go release and it's finally Tolesmo when he said, I won't take a. Can we really think? Tolesmo said there was a deal. There's this thing. It's like so they want him to accept he did it so that he can be suspend in a way. Not a plea deal. It's not a plea deal because once you take a plea deal, you are pleading guilty. Yes. He wasn't pleading guilty. He was Yo mudimak. Ali lawyer ramar. Okay, you're not a because once there's certain things. If you didn't do anything, bakono trepa kapela for you to accept something you didn't do just for wena oskaya kodronkong or ing. So meaning like I'm not gonna release a statement because me releasing a statement is me trying to explain situations.
I know. Mama advice is
I understand. Yeah. So now in a statement or okay. Now you're trying to explain. It's funny. What. It's a platform. Okay, legal team and don't do this, don't do that. When I just go, yeah. Yes. I understand the river. Yeah, he did say, I'm not supposed to say this, Mar. I know. Now I'm gonna say it. Or yeah, I did go racing question and no one came to aid the Yeah, I understand the river. You please have to guys. Sorry, hey, sorry, ne.
That's true.
Sorry, Lebzane. Sorry, Martin.
Ay.
It's fine.
Next year, pera wala morao. Brush.
Another question. Something.
Yeah, I have something.
Yeah.
As the question. Basically, what's your take? Deprive him from what you've spoken at. I get to that trend on social media and all social platforms, Facebook, TikTok, blah blah blah. Yeah, ana baby na Mumbai ke lese ho le rato. Ya ana menyo monga thinking internationally diamond.
That's right.
Uhira banyana for some
context.
Context. Hey, kudla he le rato.
There's this guy.
Please.
No, there's this guy somewhere.
America.
Yeah, America
again.
Gore, I was game. We are the the clips, the porn, yeah.
Oh, I think I saw that. I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, what's our modeling what
I saw that.
Mara ilen sorry, I vialo. You show nete atwa yeah. Sharp when I feel like we record that from everything, conversation, the acting. So ira heads and
I saw the girl, yeah.
By poster by league. She what the victim is and
Mang Mugel
on skemile nanse besite hore kuba modlara
Go to different
all level of video not from start to finish. Kore wanola wa ba rutswile
Moyenola ubone like aware hore she's been recorded.
Arawe apparently.
No, aware she's been recorded. Oh.
Claimed.
Yeah, I get it now. It's really in public. It's not defend. Mira the video. Yeah, I was scam day or go modlara. Yeah, moto. You know magala fita. I didn't know na recorder. That's a lie.
Guys.
Like Diamond. Diamond on already videos are high over 500 women from South Africa. And age
pornography,
yeah.
Basically, sex tape. Where did
all feature on your high? Record everything. And then blur us side.
So okay, wait. Can I get around on questions based on context? So like this man interviewer, like so camera imol, ne?
No, gas camera apparently.
Yeah, let's just say there's a camera.
There's a camera. And the market sellers are
okay.
Sharp.
So what was the conversation? I can run or it's a lie. She knew she was being recorded.
Bona Belinda, actually, in example, came out to USA, had to US and come, US or Europe,
that guy.
International. So that guy, we recruiter Banyana for some model agency. Basa waiting back at Isu. He's recruiting Banyana for some.
What's this guy's name?
Model agency. So what about Torne Sharp? When I go send some more disposition, go be more front cover magazine, Obama. Top model, what. So when I uncle fever, uncle is a fever to a fever. What like interview, have to interview, what would this? And then what then see some more dancer, Osawa, Arne Sharp. How do you know how don't got enter more that model agency, how qualified? But however, we could fix something up. Like manipulate.
Yeah, I'm asking based on the conversation between that guy and that girl. Naring pila on that conversation.
The girl. Okay. So the girl now this guy get some sort of a text.
No. Kera the conversation.
Like we wanted the video.
Like more video ela. Conversation between the girl and not this guy. So I will not leap. Oh, no, it's not clip.
There's
a clip. Okay, on the clip.
A pink shirt. I get to But then the guy who actually about Bontayo, we would well.
That's it, clip.
Oh, that's it, clip. Oh, so this guy who mudi to her no, Roira 1, 2, 3, and then go fetch Chelet.
Thank 10,000. Oh, no, Mudisene.
I can sharp but then also do you understand or one only piece kanang daman kanang should ahan hoira halang?
No, Diamond has been doing that too. Over 500 women.
How?
Yeah, say.
No. The facial expression the facial expression.
Okay, show me.
But now you can see her more. But we are content.
Maybe we are content because no illegal.
Yeah, no.
It's out in the public.
This guy, we already did the video, we already porn video. This guy,
this girl.
No, the guy.
No. Get out of this girl. She's now coming out. Because bantite video.
The girl is coming out.
Yeah.
now she's
girl.
cray because it's under
Yeah, video thing.
The girl are almost scammy because Nana know her bam invited to some modeling agency.
Joe.
That's how she was scammed. Only to find out that look like she's been proud.
What's the name of this guy?
Exactly.
Okay. I can hear that.
You can see the videos but problem maybe he's trying to make it exciting.
Maybe never
he's trying to make it look ukare ngwanyana o tlile go nna ra ira a kira content.
But if I got report because we report the video is leaked. If even guys why report ahead? Yeah, out of 10,000. Over 10,000. Mara Lebza, you need to remember hore Bible late hore Jew. Go for agency Mara who so go so then go for chalet. Mind you, to ask a Jew over 2,000 of women, they've been victimized by this dude.
Molwelang from Limpopo.
Yes.
From Muscat.
The problem Rato she knew what was going to happen. The problem I had now that she's not ready for feedback at from Batu.
Let's find out who this man is. Rutweng, ne? Hey.
No, apparently the guy no chinches tell Sahai. No, the bag, no.
Okay, Ashimara Bari. Ivo Suze is a South African model scout and agent known for discovering and recruiting fresh female modeling talent across South Africa. He's working with agencies like Ice Models and has a reputation for scouting girls with potential for international fashion market. Okay, all right, cool.
What you traveling?
Can you want something? Mara guys, come on, man. Like this
guy were recruit.
No, wait. Besides that, these modeling agencies, guys, come on. Tawa besta naira the same thing. Aro franta ka modeling.
Thank you.
Tawa besta was fronting ka modeling. Afa dite airing ate are pe banya.
Go Facebook.
This girl.
Okay, Belinda, I hear what you're saying.
Okay, tell me.
Mara, this guy, he's got a lot of videos. It's not the first video Nagi this guy. There's a lot of them.
Here's this information. There are multiple reports and victim testimonies describing Ivo Suze One as a central figure in a fake modeling agency scam that lure young South African women with promises of fame, then exploit them by filming without consent and in some cases blackmailing them. Lerato Mulwelweng's viral video and subsequent statements detail how she was misled, never signed a contract, and was reported under false pretense, promising illegal action. Maybe this guy, I feel like maybe this guy. Maybe the modeling agencies. But he also has this other sex work. Don't you guys think so?
No, Ochenchito, I no bam discovery, no. So no, I said video to already said the bag, busy over the agency the bag. Hence now, but I should there's evidence no. Ochenchito has said now because the videos are leaking.
No, guys, money is power. Money is power. What feel 10,000?
Yes, but then manzi kiba haka ilo enotama maybe after groove or something like umusignis.
Oh, I and
if I pay you for a service, whether I shoot or not, or camera why bona mo also.
Give video ya net yona yo.
Give actual video. Like she's being interviewed, she's looking at the camera. That's my point.
Let's hear video.
They are crying victim once Dilo Baba exposed. The people gang, they cry victim.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Or maybe she Nasa ito about exposure.
Yes, because now what I heard, this guy was.
Mara, there's no evidence that this guy is selling bags.
No,
the bag.
No, the video said you fella overseas. Oh. So imagine now your social life.
You
would want to defend it.
Guys, this girl clearly knows she's being recorded because the camera is literally on her face like this. Bo.
Exactly.
That's my point, exactly.
She knows because why level the camera are.
No, even na ke like mo Twitter, honale like yeah 30 minutes.
She knows sorry she's been recorded. Come on. She knows. She clearly knows she's been recorded because only let's video so only let's camera.
No, ke re ona le engwe. Yeah, honale engwe ya lens. Ko botsanga yona hore ba me interview ke yona net e ba zoomile.
Or like by katile again.
Yeah, honale ya 30 minutes or whatever.
Because this one it clearly like una le mongwe like wa bona le o lebeletse the camera. So le ring.
No, are ba mo skemile.
Emma le ring. Emma, like are you all una disagreeing with the statement or are we all in the same boat or
we are in the same boat or
okay.
Now no it's a statement or I've been scammed korba marisala a khon lo bala pi yeah I've been scammed
You know what,
Yes,
I feel like this one we have to dissect it next week. Can I read dissect it? There's something I want us to talk about on that topic. On that topic, but it's fine. Emma, before let me do the load. Last pink if it's a mura rakata the podcast. So remember getting a lady gigi. We recorded for a long time, right? It's a Johnny boy. This one I get. Okay, Kira in a man.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I get separate clips. Ne? All right, cool. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are invited as BRU'Z Conversation Podcast. Johnny Boy are hosted the all white 15th annual birthday celebration. It is 15th of March 2026. Yeah, it is Johnny Boy All White 15th annual birthday celebration. 14th March 2026. Go Hilltop Lifestyle and Car Wash. Early bird is 80 rand. General phase 1 Randa. General phase 2 is 150. At the gate is 200 rands. VIP access is 300 rands, which is limited. Cooler box is also allowed at 100 rand. You can get your tickets at CompuTicket. A big shout out to Johnny Boy. The BRU'Z Conversation Podcast will be there.
Oh yeah.
All white compound theme. Number 2. Not all white. Okay, another one.
I'll go camera.
Oh yeah, I'll take a camera. A big shout out to Royalty. Wait, Royalty. Royalty le no hosta. Zaytune. Is it also a game? Zaytune activation and then can you go this one first? Okay, this one is an activation. I get road. Okay, cool. I can get this one. I want that other one. Manuel Mfeo. Can I post the activation in fail? Mfe ela engwe ela street reality wa hasela adlali full do ke hirang. Adlali let's go. So a big shout out to Royalty. It is Royalty present the Valentine Affair. Banong lineup ya high. So early bird is sold out. Early bird is sold out, and then general is 150. At the gate is 200. Also, go Hilltop Car Wash and Chilas Block CC opposite Engine Garage. Please, guys, theme Valentine. King theme Valentine.
Red and white. That's
right. Red and white. O sa tla apere green or apere black. Re ka so witty. So for more information, please contact Royalty. It is 062-755-1046. Cooler box Leona by Alawa ka 100 rand and it before 6. After 6, 200. But to get the business women. After 6, 2 lipo. Before 6, 100 rand. After 6,
yeah. Why on your eventing?
After 6.
Why?
It's like a daytime vibe.
That's a qua.
So guys, please. Bona. Some are some member both. Crew. Butcher right? Mngani unale all white. Unale all white. Unale red and white.
Aspero all black.
I spero pela black. Yeah, rakari
Pasta lo.
Red and white. You saying, guys,
Agna red.
there's something I need to say. Emma, wait. Kinyaka poster. I want to recover let's not post. Guys, can I say something? Hey, but all white. Para white. They jean blue. Can I leave us all? Bashiman, it's wrong. Aparang white mohod. Yeah, hali jogi. Mohod. Assist. Guys, yeah, this is a beautiful podcast. We appreciate you guys. Please subscribe. Oh, Lena subscribe. Lambora, wait. Lambora. I get why I'm saying Lambora, wait.
So it's got 20 subscribers to that.
Please subscribe.
To 1K
please
on
subscribe.
YouTube.
Please subscribe. Something is coming. I think next week we'll announce. Ne?
Yeah.
Officially, we want to announce. For now, let's just relaxing. But please do subscribe. Don't forget to share. Also comment. Also to like. And then do join our lives. They have the life. When you complain about the life, they have the life. Starting to go TikTok. I'm not gonna say anything. When I just check out TikTok at 8 o'clock, or life or not.
8 o'clock, yeah.
Yes. Thank you so much for tuning in. A big shout out to Soil Records and our crew at the back. Big shout out to Manzi, the CEO, and myself, Belinda, the MC. We are out. Peace be with you, and we love you so much.
Drive safe.
Drink responsibly.
The gymming and then.
Popo.
To